Hi guys, and welcome back to Tools in a Toolbox. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually be installing the Ohlins suspension HD 773s on the 2020 Harley-Davidson Road Glide FLTX. Now, what we're going to need today is very simple. The first thing that you're going to need is a floor jack. Just 1.5 tons, 2 tons, 2.5 tons, doesn't matter. Next thing you're going to need is a 3/4 wrench, the actual the socket wrench, a 3/4 socket, and then the 4 bushings and the 8 washers that come with the actual shocks. Now, the reason that we went with the HD 773s from Ohlins is because the Ohlins, what they do is they preload to 13 millimeters, but if you request it, you can bring it down to like 9 millimeters, or preferably for your riding style. I myself went with 9 millimeters because I like to carry somebody on the back and I need a little bit more oomph and protection. But without further ado, let's get cracking. Alright, so the first thing is you're going to want to take off your saddlebags, and you're going to want to actually loosen up the bolts a little bit, and then get your jack right actually under the frame. Not the exhaust, not the swing arm, the frame. So after that, you loosen them up, and then you want to jack it up just a little bit in order so you can actually see that it's raising up the shocks a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take these things off. And try to keep your hand on the jack itself, just so this thing doesn't go flying out. You have to find that sweet spot. That was the sweet spot. Go ahead and remove the other side. And what you're going to want to do is comparison. See this shock? Look at that. A lot better than Harley-Davidson. $30,000 motorcycle, $30,000 motorcycle, $200 shocks. Go ahead and want to get your washers out. And we'll go ahead and get all that stuff out. I like to start from the bottom just to see how far I gotta jack up the bike. Make sure you're not cross-threading. Big difference. Alright. Make sure the shock has a little bit of play, and then we're gonna jack up the bike. Make sure the hole is lined up. That is perfect right there. Every last. Get everything in the back of it. That shock. Tighten everything back up. Nice little torque, so she doesn't pop out. Then let the jack back down slowly, not heavy, slowly. And that's it. Side 1 is done. Let's go ahead and do side 2. Okay, so let's remember that we're going to go ahead and get the jack under the frame, not under the swing arm or the exhaust. If you can actually see, because we started on the right hand side, it's almost right there. So what we got to do is just jack her up a little bit. And remember, if you're doing this by yourself, do it very slowly because you do not want the motorcycle to fall on the other side. Make sure that the shock lines up. And it's a little bit too high, so you gotta adjust just a little bit. And now it's too low, so you gotta find that little sweet spot. Blammo, we found it. Go ahead and get your washer and your bushing behind it. Need a bolt. Don't do that. And there we go. Sign her up. And that's it. Drop the jack. Bike should come down slowly. Flip it out. And that's it. You've installed your brand new 13-inch shocks onto your Harley Davidson. Alright guys, so now we've learned how it is to install the shocks on a 2020 Harley Davidson Road Glide or touring bike. Now the one thing you have to remember is always start on the right hand side, make sure your jack is under the actual frame, and if you got a 2020 Road Glide or any Road Glide stock, switch out the shocks. That should be the first thing that you do. What the thing is that you got your master and then you got a slave, so you don't have two independent shocks. It's just this guy just does whatever this guy is doing. So if you guys like the installation video, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.